Hey guys, it's Moonfire Gaming here, and today I'm bringing you my UI guide. So many people have been asking me about my UI, about my map, about my action bars, about the enemy health bars, everything. So I just thought I'd do a big video, well not a big video, a short video with a lot of big information about all of my UI in one place for everyone to see. So it's all nice and easy. So let's jump straight in. We'll start off with the mini-map up here. This is called SexyMap. It looks like that. When you first download it, it'll be like blue rings. All you've got to do is go over, right-click. That's the blue rings I was talking about. For me, that's a bit of a distraction. Looks really cool, but not really what I want. I go to simple square, hit accept, hit OK, and then you've just got a nice clean-looking map. Another cool thing about SexyMap is that if you like me and you've got loads of add-ons, you'll have all of those little circle buttons around your map. SexyMap gets rid of all of those, and then when you hover over, they're all there for you to use. So yeah, that's SexyMap. The next big one is all of my action bars, and that's called Dominos. Looks like that. When you first download it, your UI might be all over the place, but that's fine, don't worry about that. Go to your mini-map, click the Dominos button, and then you're in the customization screen. So one of the biggest things about Dominos is that you can hide anything that you want, basically. Well, for starters, everything's movable. But the big one for me is that you can hide things. So for example, these extra action bars that I don't use, you can just hide them, and you do that by using the mouse wheel. So right now you can see I've got these bars here. Just mouse wheel down, make them invisible. I stack them on top of each other because even though I don't use anything, I still like it looking clean. XP bar, make that invisible. Cast bar, I've got another one, so make that invisible. Like, just do what you want. Bags, invisible. Do whatever you want with this. You can pause the video here and copy mine exactly if you want. But yeah, make it your own. It's your UI. But yeah, that's Dominos. And then you just hit exit to make everything go back to normal. Another add-on to do with the action bars is this kind of dark shade around all of my bars here and all of my buffs and all that. So that's actually called Lorti UI. There it is. I've downloaded both of these. I don't know if you need them both, but there they both are. There's no setup required for this, so you literally download it and then you'll have this sort of nice shade on all of your bars. The next add-on that people ask about all the time is these kind of big buttons down here. That's called TellMeWhen, all one word. It looks like that. So these aren't actually buttons that I press or I use. For me, this is just cooldown trackers. So when you first download it, hold on a sec. /TMW to open the settings. So when you first download it, it will be 4 empty bars in a row, just like this one. The way you want to set that up, so say for example I was putting renewal down, you drag the spell onto the bar, you right click it, opens up the settings, then you want to get this bar, move it to about 70%, doesn't have to be exact, click show timer text, then hit OK. Alright? That's how I've set up every single one of these. They're exactly the same. So if you want to track your cooldowns, drag them into there from the spellbook, right click them so that you can see here 69%, show timer, show text, hit OK. I've done that for all of them. So once you've done that, you want to do /TMW and then you're out of the options, or that you're out of the customization sort of setting mode. So everything's live. So you can see here the one that I just set up, click renewal, it slightly fades. That's what the 70% bar's for. 70% visibility, just it's a visual thing, it looks kind of cool. And then you can see the timer. Now if you didn't do any of that, if you didn't do this and you didn't do the boxes, when I hit renewal, it would just disappear. And for me that's no good. I like to see the timer. And then if you want, oh yeah, one more thing. If you want to add another bar like I have, right click an empty space, go to group, select or create a group, and then you want to go on new profile group, and that'll basically just make another 4 block like that. And then if you want to delete anything, you just right click it, hit reset, and then it's gone. Once you're done, don't forget to do /TMW again, and then it's all live. The next one that I'll go over is this button here. This is a healing add-on called VuhDo. Spelt kind of weird. It's right there if you want to download it. So I used to be a resto druid, but then when I moved to balance, I kind of kept this because I just think it's a really good kind of mouse over spell button. I use this basically just for heals. So like if I right click there, you can see it does regrowth, and it works the same if I was in a party I can right click him and then it will do a regrowth. Or like I've got other things, like I've got thorns. If I need to thorn someone, then I can just mouse over this and do it. So when you first download this, you'll get this box, this like private tanks and NPCs thing pop up. You'll get this box and everything. Just drag that down. I keep that there if I need it ever. I never touch it, but just in case I keep it there. You'll get another thing called Buff Watch. Just drag that off the screen, and then you're left with this button. So if you go to this button here, VuhDo, on your mini map, these are the things you want to change. This is all you need to do. Go to Panels. So you'll be on General. Straight away, turned Grouped into Loose. Go to Sizing. For me, I use this as my health bar. I don't really look up in the top left to see my health. Like, this is my health bar, so I need to make it a little bit bigger, a bit more visible. So I've got 130 width, 50 height. Copy that if you want, or just make it however size you want. Go to Bars. The first one, the default one looks really ugly, so I change it to Details Flat. If you can't see that, Minimalist is also kind of nice, but Details Flat is the one, trust me. And then for the spells, you literally just go onto the Spells tab. You type your spells in here. As you can see, I've got Innovate, Regrowth, or whatever. So you can see my regrowth is on my right click. So when I right click, you can see it does a regrowth. If you use a Razor Naga and you want to bind them, you go to Keys Local, type the spell in. So you want to click Add, type the spell in, and then you click this button, and then you click the button you want to bind. Basically, that's it. That's all I use this for. There's loads of other stuff you can do, but if you want it nice and simple like mine, just do those steps, and then you've just got a nice easy mouse over button. The next one on the list is this tiny thing here called Omnibar. It looks like that if you want to download it. This is a PvP add-on. So say for example you're in arena and you're trying to get heals off and you're fake casting, trying to basically bait their kick. As soon as they kick, it will pop up on this bar and it will have a timer, very similar to how the TellMeWhen one looks. So you see there, I'll just use that spell. You can see it's on a cooldown. That's exactly what the enemy's kick looks like on this bar. So say you're fake casting, then boom, all of a sudden their kick pops up. You know that you've faked their kick, and then you can just free cast. So it's a really simple add-on. I don't know if you can do more with it, but that's all I use it for. So the two big ones that people ask me all the time. The first one is the enemy health bars. So this is Threatplates. That's what it looks like if you want to download it. It's really good for tanks. There's like a traffic light system with tanking, so if you haven't got aggro, their health bars are red. If you've got aggro, their health bars are green, and then if you're losing aggro, their health bars turn yellow. So it's really good for tanking, but then outside of that, yeah, it just looks really clean, really nice. But I'll show you the settings here. You can see there is so much customization. I haven't gone into any of this. You'll be happy to hear, like, the only thing that I tell you to do is so go into the interface and then add-ons, settings, whatever, find threat plates. You want to go to widgets, then auras, debuffs, turn off show debuffs, and then go to buffs, turn off show buffs. And the reason for that is the next add-on, which is called FlyPlateBuffs. All one word, looks like that. So what this is, you can see here, if I use my dots, the dots appear above their head and it has the timers. So this works with all of your dots. Basically any of your spells, like it's against a dummy, so you won't see, but like if I done mass entanglement would pop up there. If I done beam would pop up there. So you can see all of your spells and abilities on them. It pops up and it has the timer, so that's really useful. So that's one part of it. The second biggest part is it shows the enemy's cooldowns or any buffs or hots that they have on them. So say for example this is a mage. The mage just popped combustion. You can see there in a big massive square, it's a big tell that the mage is just combusted. So I might need to root beam, or I need to go bear, I need to use wall. Like, it's such a good tell to know when the enemy team in arena is using their go. Like if they're popping all their cooldowns, you can see all of their cooldowns above their head and when they're running out. So that's obviously massive. And then yeah, so that's pretty much it. You just get to see the enemy's cooldowns or the enemy's hots that they've got on them. Say if you was playing a Resto Chamois and you're purging all of Resto Druid's hots, you can just see all of the hots purging off them, and you know when you're done, so you know when to stop spamming purge or whatever. Yeah, track your dots. So yeah, that's a really, really good add-on. I recommend everyone getting FlyPlateBuffs. And there it is, guys, that's my UI guide. If there's any other add-ons that you've seen in my other videos that I haven't covered, if you have any problems downloading the add-ons, if you have any problems setting them up, just let me know in the comments. I reply to every single comment all the time, so don't feel like you're just going to get ignored. I literally reply to everything. Yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.